Hi, my name's Lee Keller, and I was asked to open box these two devices and test them out, and let's see what they will do for us. A shout out to Mark out in Memphis who gave these to me to check out. So let me start by doing this. The company also wanted somebody who had never done this before, and I do fit the bill. So we're going to take a look at this. And one of the things I noticed right away, I'll get to that second one in a minute, is that dang, relatively easy to open. Very often I find these things pretty much impossible. So here's our device. And this is going to clamp on my motorcycle somehow. I will be looking at the directions in a minute. It's got a little screw thing here for adjusting, and it looks like a locking mechanism. This will be fun to set up. And on the back of the card we have a basic diagram and some options for mounting. Can go on the handlebar, tube seat, the mirror, so it should be interesting. I'm anxious to see what clamping power is, because I tend to put some pretty heavy cameras on mine. So look pretty good. It's a Takeway R1, and okay, and they have this for a lot of different things. So we're going to move on from this one after I look at the directions quickly here. Now, directions always amaze me because they aren't always the best, but this one looks pretty good. Like I said, I'm anxious to try this. Very good setup. I'll be doing this in just a minute. See, this will be fun. Meanwhile, I want to move over to the second product, which works with the first product. A little bit different boxing setup here. Again, opens very easily. I get so tired of the theft deterrents, which, I understand their perspective and everything, but you're punishing the people that buy the stuff because of a few people that don't. Anyway, this looks pretty interesting. I'm not really sure what this one's even for, but we'll take this out of here. And this has a camera mount on it. Okay, so it came with a little mount and the GoPro type thing. And this is quite an elaborate little device. I'm not sure how to use it yet. I see where the camera mount goes. And this looks like it's the clamp down below, but I'm not sure how to open it yet. And this did not come with any instructions in the box or anything. Let me open this up, and yeah, sure enough, there's the instructions inside the liner for the box. So I'm going to take a look at this stuff for a minute and see if I can figure out how to put it on the bike. And I'll be right back, and we'll try to mount these two things and see what the differences are and which one actually works. Okay, after trying this in several places, I did find one where it worked. I had to go to a much thicker tube than I wanted to. The instructions said it would work on a mirror stem. I tried it on my mirror stem. I tried it on my luggage rack. And you can see I have tank racks here, same diameter. Didn't work on those, but on my armrest, and you can see that's a much thicker pipe that I have coming out here than we have down. But that finally worked. I haven't tested it for strength yet. I'll be doing that in a minute here. Well, quite frankly, for my application, this device will not work. I would probably say it works okay for a typical sport camera and that, but I shoot 360 VR, and obviously I had to go at an to get this to even work in the space I had. So I've got this really strange angle coming out, and I can't even set up my camera to be in a proper alignment. So Not for I can see application for it for a sport camera. Let me try something like that in a minute here. Okay, I did find a good place to mount this thing, and I think this is perfect for me, for my purposes. I've got it on my highway bar at the front, my engine guard, and I've got this so that it's pointing towards the front, and I think that'll work. Let me put a camera on this so we can look at it that way. Okay, I've mounted my Kodak Pix Pro on here, and this actually looks like a pretty nice setup. Now, the Pix Pro is going to shoot at like a hemisphere, a little over 235 degrees, about 2, and then from the other side it's going to do 360. So this mount for a typical sport camera is going to be excellent there. That is where I would choose to mount it. Now, the other thing to remember, bike is not a typical bike. A lot of bikes have a lot more places to mount this, and it does seem rather universal, but when you're on the Indian Roadmaster, I mean, I've got the tubes there. It didn't fit on the mirrors. The tubes were too thin. Even fully clamped, it would not get a good friction point. In the back on the luggage rack, again, same thing. On the tubes for the armrest, it actually worked, but I couldn't find a good position because of the luggage here, the luggage port, and the armrest itself. I didn't have as many places as you probably have on your bike. If you had regular handlebars, you can see on the Roadmaster, these are not your typical handlebars. We've just got a little section sticking out. So it's not the same. Bike is going to make a big difference for this. But mounting it down here, I actually love it. It looks like it's real easy to do, and it'll be real easy to take off when I arrive at destinations, so that I take it inside and have it secured. So yeah, overall I like this. This is good for this particular purpose for me. Okay, the other device we looked at was called the R1, and this one is the R2. It's a little bit different, but really from what I'm looking at, it doesn't look a lot different. It looks very easy to set up. It's got a little stability, I think, at the top here, so I can spin it some more. I really like that a lot. That could come in very handy in different situations. So I'm going to assemble this one. I'm going to try it on the more narrow tubes and see if it works. I'm not optimistic about that, but I think on the highway bar it may be a good fit, especially with that extra turning point. This might be the one I like the best. Okay, right away I like this one better. Again, it did not fit on my smaller tubes, but this has this extra thing here, so we can turn this around to any direction we want to do it. And the ball on the top actually has a groove in it. You can see that right in there. So you can pull your other end up very perpendicular, or you can move it down at this angle, or any other angle you want. So the R2 I like a lot. This is nice, very flexible. I don't know if I'll have time to test it. My normal testing is with a stick that will extend this, because I'm shooting 360. A regular sport cam, this would be awesome. This would be amazing. And it's the flexibility, ease of installation is really great on this. And you can see it's really solid. I'm pushing on this very hard, and I don't think it's going anywhere. I'm really happy with this one. I would definitely recommend the R2 over the R1, but the R1 is good for a direct application. This one gives you more flexibility. Definitely the way to go. So my friend Mark at Hogtag is selling these, I believe, and yeah, this one. This is the one to get.